Hi, I'm Bree Losi. I'm the Executive Director of Student Success Stores, and welcome to our warehouse. At Student Success Stores, we believe that having access to basic need items shouldn't be a barrier to students showing up to school, to being able to engage in class, and to be able to fit in with their peers. We pride ourselves on being able to provide clothing, food, hygiene products, and school supplies for students in Columbus City Schools and Whitehall City Schools. Thanks to KEMBA, we've been able to provide our students with deodorant this time of year, and middle school and high school in general. That's an item that we don't take for granted. We also have school supplies. That is why we are at school. That is why we are doing what we are doing. Next popular item is underwear. We always want to have that. One thing that we've been able to do with KEMBA is we packed period packs and we've done hygiene kits, and so those are items that we also put in our store and also that we distribute out into our library programming. In 2016, our founders realized that teachers and other community members and other educators were spending all of their money for students to have access to snacks because they were coming to class hungry, because they might have been wearing the same clothing, or because they didn't have access to hygiene products. And so we opened our first school in 2016 at Mifflin Middle School. And now in 2026, 10 years later, we are now in 17 schools between Columbus City Schools and Whitehall City Schools. We have our winter food bags, and we also provide winter coats. KEMBA donated the green bags that we were able to put our meal kits in. Our meal kits provided food and filled in that gap of the 2 weeks in December when students weren't in school, because they typically rely on the breakfast and lunch from their school. Over here, we're gonna see a lot more of our clothing. We all have different tastes, we all have different sizes. We might be a size 14, 16, we might be a size 3X. And we like to try to be able to provide for all of our students. We want kids to feel dignified when they're getting these products, and that includes our clothing. We had a student who was so excited that she didn't have to share a toothbrush, and I knew that's why we were supposed to be there. And we were able to provide her and her family with laundry detergent, shampoo, conditioner, and in addition, having headphones and pencils for school. We have a lot of students where the shoes that they have are either shared between them and family members, or it's the only pair of shoes they've had for the last 3 or 4 years. And here's one of the hygiene kits. These are items that we think are so entirely basic. I know when I was a school counselor in one of our schools, I was helping students. Maybe we don't have a washer and dryer, but how can we use laundry detergent to wash our clothes, maybe in the sink or drying things out? Our number one item is our meal servings. The macaroni and cheese, ramen noodles, meat sticks, cup of noodles, something that they can just throw in their microwave, are incredibly popular. And we have oatmeal packets. Rice happens to be one of our very popular items. When we do our meal kits in the winter, we go through a lot of rice. Anything that's just easy and they're able to grab and have for lunch. And let's not forget Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tarts are always popular. Because that's something that I really enjoy about our programming, is that it's not just for the student. They are able to get supplies for anyone who's in their home. So that might be body wash for the entire family. That might mean grabbing a meal to be able to have spaghetti for them and their siblings. We want to remove those barriers. We want to make sure that they get to be a student, because at 14, 15 years old, that should be their only job. And so I'm thankful that our programming inside the stores, inside the libraries, with our partners is able to help them do that. Which brings me to how people can get involved. So not only can we get involved by sponsoring or donating, whether it's on our website, we also have different ways that people can do donation drives. We'll go to a site where we can make the hygiene kits, the school supply kits. We also invite people out all the time to come and get to help out at our warehouse. Let's do inventory together, because I firmly believe when you get to step in and get to see this, it all makes sense. And we want to do anything we can to help the kids.